Hi there and welcome everyone to Cryptocurrency Australia, and today we're going to be covering a huge update on Facebook's Libra project. Federal Reserve Chair says Libra cannot go forward until Facebook addresses concerns. So today we're going to be covering some previous content we've covered on this channel, alluding to this project never going ahead. We're going to be covering this article in detail and some other warning shots being fired from around the world that really do point a strong indicator towards Facebook's Libra project never going ahead. So thank you for tuning in and let's get started. Welcome back to the video, everyone. You are here with Bo Stoner from Cryptocurrency Australia, the channel where Bitcoin, economics, and politics come together. Now, we have this article here that's just come out. Federal Chair says Libra cannot go forward until Facebook addresses concerns. Just before we're going to dive into that, those who have been following me for a while know that I've been commenting on Libra specifically and covering the Facebook issue and some of the politics going on behind the scenes in regards to Facebook and potential class action lawsuits. I'm just going to recommend, firstly, if you're new to this particular topic, highly recommend you go and watch these two videos because it's going to provide a lot more context and history around Facebook and the Libra project. The first one here is the first video we did. There'll be links to this down in the description. And then the second one is this video here, Zuckerberg ordered to cease all development on Facebook. You can find these on our Twitter account at CryptosOz. Again, links will be down in the description. Now, back on the 2nd of July, I made this statement on my Twitter profile: Libra will not go ahead. The project will fall by the wayside as Project LifeLog faces potentially a global class action suit due to breaches of privacy and mishandling of users' data. Not to mention the always-on hot mic on smartphones, even if you didn't have it installed. Now, not going into that specifically, more so the statement around Libra not going ahead. The reason I've been calling this is because, as I've covered in these two videos, there has been significant indicators from global regulators that this project is not going to go ahead. Now, again, as I have to say and have repeatedly said, I'm not saying that Libra isn't a bad thing for visibility of blockchain and cryptocurrency for the industry, but Facebook is in a lot of hot water. They're in a lot of trouble. What is being shown in the public perception as opposed to what is going on the behind the scenes are two very, very different stories. And if you read into some of the articles and the news that are coming out around Facebook and the litigation they're facing, you will start to get the picture that all is not what it seems. And I think as time goes on, the heat is going to come back onto Facebook in a very, very, very significant way. Now, for Facebook to then go and launch a global cryptocurrency where this global company is essentially responsible for a new monetary system is a big deal. And when you compare that with the legal troubles they're in at the moment and the warning shots being fired, at least from an optics perspective, by global regulators, it's just unlikely this project is ever going to go ahead. So anyway, let's get into this article here. The head of the US central bank believes Facebook should not be allowed to launch its Libra cryptocurrency until the company details how it will handle a number of regulatory concerns. I just think it cannot go forward without there being broad satisfaction with the way the company has addressed money laundering, Jerome Powell, chairman of the Federal Reserve, said in a hearing before the House Financial Services Committee on Wednesday. He added, "Data protection, consumer privacy, all of those things will need to be addressed very thoroughly and carefully in a deliberate process that will not be a sprint to implementation." According to Reuters, Powell added that Libra raised many serious concerns around financial stability and consumer protection as well. The Federal Reserve has apparently created a working group to track the development of the cryptocurrency and is working with central banks in other nations as well. That in itself, guys, is the writing is on the wall. We have the US Federal Reserve, the biggest Federal Reserve, the most powerful Federal Reserve in the world, working with other central banks in a working group to follow the development of Libra. This thing is not going ahead. I mean, all eyes on Libra. They've got the big guys involved now, and they probably have been for a long time in the background. From an optics perspective, we're probably only seeing this now, but there's no way regulators would not have known about Libra. There's just no way. Reading on. The US Financial Stability Oversight Council, a federal organization created in 2010 that operates under the auspices of the US Treasury Department, will also look into the project. Powell explained that some of the concerns around Libra stem from Facebook's size, noting that it has a couple billion plus users. Facebook has been under fire since publishing its white paper for Libra, with lawmakers, regulators, and finance ministers worldwide calling on the company to suspend development until questions about the project are answered. David Marcus, Facebook's blockchain lead and the head of Calibra, as a subsidiary which will build a digital wallet for the cryptocurrency, responded to some questions by the Senate Banking Committee on Tuesday. Senator Sherrod Brown, ranking member of the committee, was unimpressed by Marcus's responses, saying in a statement, Facebook failed to provide answers about Libra. I want real answers during next week's hearing, and I'm calling on our financial watchdogs to scrutinize Libra closely to ensure users are protected. Marcus will testify in front of the Senate Banking Committee on July 16 and the House Financial Services Committee on July 17. Now, this is on the back of another article released here just a few days ago. Korean watchdog warns of financial stability risk from Facebook's Libra. Now, this is one of the warning shots I've been telling you about that's coming from different regulators. In the previous videos we covered on Libra, we covered Australia, we covered the UK, we covered Japan, all firing warning shots at Facebook, essentially telling them this isn't going ahead. Reading into this article. Facebook's recently unveiled Libra cryptocurrency project threatens the stability of financial systems, according to a South Korean financial regulator. In a new Korean language trends update published July 5th and reported by CoinDesk Korea, the nation's Financial Services Commission looks at what might occur if 2.4 billion Facebook users worldwide transfer 1/10 of their bank account deposits to Libra. Should that scenario come about, banks' solvency would diminish, as would their loan reserves, representing a threat to emerging markets and the relocation of the capital out of those countries. The FSC also raised concerns that bank runs could occur during financial or foreign exchange crises, as people move their national fiat currency to Libra. The simplification of money exchange and remittances through Libra is also expected to limit central banks' ability to control international capital movements. The effectiveness of monetary policy would also be limited if Libra becomes widely exchanged for central bank currency. The agency further expressed concern that Libra could be widely used for money laundering without proper bank-like controls. It added that a large financial institution such as Goldman Sachs or JP Morgan had refused to participate in Libra, and that is interesting. The project is a major threat to the traditional banking industry, the report says. If a company such as Facebook buys a bond instead of making a bank deposit with customer funds, the financial condition of the bank may be worsened, and if Libra allows virtually free overseas payments, South Korean banks' trillions of won in revenues from remittances would be significantly reduced. The likelihood of successful commercialization of Libra is higher than for other cryptocurrencies, the FSC goes on. Offering financial services through its social media services such as Facebook, WhatsApp, and Instagram, with their billions of users, the firm can more easily guarantee convenience and price competitiveness. The FSC stressed that the report is to facilitate the understanding of the press and other media on overseas trends and not its official opinion on Libra. What I find interesting is that obviously Facebook and Libra is coming under massive fire, right? Certainly that's what I'm reading into. Bitcoin, although Bitcoin did come under attack by a lot of bankers and central banks, Bitcoin never got this kind of regulatory attacks. Certainly not that I have seen in the near 2.5 years that I have been in this industry. I have never seen Bitcoin come under this kind of fire from regulators. Difference between regulators and central banks and the private banking industry, which hated on Bitcoin for a long time. I never saw these kind of attacks coming for Bitcoin. And that is a real positive to me, because Bitcoin being the hardest form of cryptocurrency, really the hardest form of money on planet Earth, that's where, people need to move to long term. And that's where flight from fiat currencies to crypto is going to happen. We don't want to go into Libra, right? We don't want to further fill the pockets of this essentially multinational company that has been doing malicious things with our data. And it's not going to happen anyway. Reading on, we got some more stuff to cover here, guys. Got another one here from a couple of days ago. Facebook's David Marcus assures Congress that Libra will cooperate. I'm sure they will. They don't have a choice in the matter. They will most certainly cooperate. David Marcus, the head of Calibra at Facebook, has written a letter to Chairwoman Maxine Waters and members of the House Financial Services Committee in preparation for the upcoming Libra hearings, according to a report by The Hill on July 9. According to the report, Marcus wrote, "I want to give you my personal assurance we are committed to taking the time to do this right." In addition to being the head of Calibra Wallet, LinkedIn lists David Marcus as the co-creator of Libra. Marcus's letter is only the latest in a lengthy rally between Congress and Facebook since the latter published the white paper for its upcoming Libra cryptocurrency. This back and forth began in the middle of June when Waters wrote a statement expressing her concerns and desire for Facebook to cease work on Libra. Waters said, "Given the company's troubled past and troubled future, I might add, I am requesting that Facebook agree to a moratorium on any movement forward on developing a cryptocurrency until Congress and regulators have had the opportunity to examine these issues and take action." Waters and the House Representatives Committee on Financial Services also requested that Facebook and its partners impose an official moratorium on Libra development. On July 2nd, a collection of advocacy groups submitted a letter with their own questions as well as a request for a moratorium on the development of Libra. Marcus posted on Facebook on July 3rd to address these concerns and to stress that Facebook would have a limited role in governing the stablecoin like cryptocurrency Libra among the anticipated 100+ members of the planned Libra Association. As previously reported by Cointelegraph, the House Financial Services Committee will hear Facebook's testimony regarding Libra on July 17. David Marcus is rumoured to testify at this hearing, as well as the Senate Banking Committee on July 16. So it's interesting that Facebook are trying to give the appearance that they have some form of control over this. They don't. They have no control. They are completely at the whim of US regulators who I believe are going soft on them purely from a public optics perspective to control the public's kind of opinion on Facebook for the time being, while lawsuits and litigation is brewing in the background. That's my personal take on it. Facebook has no control over this. Absolutely none whatsoever. They are completely at the whim of US Congress and international regulators, and I personally think they are in for a world of pain to come. Now, I've got one more article here I want to go through, guys. Winklevoss twins Gemini exchange may join Facebook's Libra project. I really hope the Winklevoss twins watch some of my videos on this. Reading into this article. Tyler and Cameron Winklevoss, co-founders of the New York-based crypto exchange Gemini, may soon join the Libra Association, the consortium governing Facebook's proposed cryptocurrency. "We're definitely looking at it in earnest and we're excited about the project," Cameron told CoinDesk Tuesday. Tyler added that in their view, Libra is a harbinger of cryptos to come. Our feeling is this is the first of many FANG, Facebook, Amazon, Netflix, and Google companies to have a token project. Our prediction is in the next 24 months, almost every FANG company will have a coin or be working on some sort of project. I'm going to dive in here because I think the complete opposite. I think none of them are going to have a coin. I think many of them are going to be in major lawsuits, potentially class action across more than just one. I think a lot of dirt is going to be revealed or declassified in the months and years to come on some of these companies and their practices in terms of data collection and potentially even algorithms and statistics they've been using to map individuals that use the internet. So think of it like using advanced statistical analysis and advanced algorithms to essentially predict what you're going to do on the internet, how you feel, what you think, everything you can imagine just based on your everyday internet usage. Statistics can be unbelievably powerful, especially when you have advanced artificial intelligence and machine learning working out everything you do. And I think a lot of that is going to come out in the next couple of years. I don't think there's any way these companies are going to be allowed to have their own token, personally. But moving on, reading on. Joining Libra might be a surprise move to some, considering the Winklevoss brothers' legendary fight over control of Facebook with its CEO Mark Zuckerberg, their former Harvard classmate. But they now want to be frenemies with a mutual goal of promoting mainstream crypto adoption. Plus, the twins are aiming to diversify Gemini's token offerings by 2020. They applied for a broker-dealer license through the Financial Industry Regulatory Authority, which would allow Gemini to list digital securities. The Libra white paper, unveiled last month, envisions a competitive network of exchanges buying and selling Libra, enabling holders to easily convert the coin backed by a basket of stable government currencies into local fiat. So far, only one crypto exchange, Coinbase, has joined the Libra Association, whose ranks also include traditional financial players such as PayPal, Visa and MasterCard, and VC firms such as Union Square Ventures and Andreessen Horowitz. Crypto custodian Xapo is also a member. The Winklevoss are also personally invested in both Filecoin and Tezos. So those might offer examples of the types of utility tokens they'd like to eventually offer on the exchange with regulatory approval, Tyler said. We ask regulators for permission, not forgiveness, Cameron added, and that's good to hear actually. Although US lawmakers have so far given Facebook's global cryptocurrency project an icy reception, even urging the association to halt development, Libra's vision of a global currency otherwise aligns with the twins' goals for their own exchange. Cameron said they want to expand internationally, starting with Europe and Asia. Our marketplace will be virtual commodities, virtual securities, and on, Tyler said. Pretty much anything that can come onto a blockchain. From his perspective, mainstream adoption means higher cryptocurrency prices. If Bitcoin really is gold 2.0, it has to have a market cap of 7 trillion, he said. I think that market cap is a good measure of adoption and how many people are actually into crypto. Look, I like the Winklevoss twins. I like their exchange Gemini. I like the way they do. I like the way they operate in terms of being very diligent with regulatory obligations. I think that's a professional and just a good way to do things. It's a good way to conduct business. I also just like the guys. I think they're good influencers in the crypto space. Got a level head on their shoulders, and I think they're fantastic for the crypto industry. But I don't think this is a good decision on their part. I think they need to do more research. And I hope the two guys stumble across my videos and spend the time to watch them to at least learn a little bit about what's going on in the background and use that information to make a more informed decision. But overall, guys, my stance on crypto, on Facebook's Libra project going ahead is even more stead firm that it is not going to happen. You know, we're just seeing every week more and more, more and more swords coming out to slash this project, and I really think we're only just getting started. But as with the other two videos, guys, I'll keep you updated. As more information comes out, I'll do more videos, and we'll just keep expanding on this topic further and further. So thank you for watching. That's all for now, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers. If you enjoyed the video today, then please consider leaving a like, and if you haven't subscribed yet, then come on board and also click the notification icon so you're always kept up to date. Leave a comment and tell me your thoughts on today's content, then check out this next interesting video picked just for you.